Main system, activating combat mode.
Hey guys, Forge here, and we are back with Armored Core 6. And today we're going to be starting our Armored Core Tag Team Championship. I will return to the Armored Core 1v1 Championships soon. Someday, maybe. We'll see. But we're going to be starting the tag team today. Teams of 2 will be competing against each other. And we'll see who is, I guess, the most superior AC or or the best team out there. So, let's get before we get too far into this. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when future videos go live. And without having anything else further to say, let's look at the bracket. Alright, and here is the bracket, which I now need to load up on my phone because it's too small for me to read on my laptop screen. So first up in the matches is Chatty Stick versus Thumb Dolmayan. Not Chatty Stick versus Thumb Dolmayan. Chatty Stick and Thumb Dolmayan versus Cold Call and Lil Z. V7 Swinburne and Ring Freddy versus Coral Ghost and the Legionnaire. V4 Rusty and Gun 3 Wu Huahai versus V3 O'Keefe. Chartreuse. Cinder Carla and Gun 4 Volta versus Index Dunham and V8 Pater. Gun 2 Nile and V6 Maeterlinck versus King and Nozak. Handler Walter and Ayer versus Sula and Gun 6 Red. That'll be a very quick match. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm gonna guess that it's not gonna go that good for them, for Sula and Gun 6. Honest Brute and Invincible Rummy versus Middle Flatwell and V2 Snail. Gun 1 Michigan and V1 Freud versus Roku Monson and V5 Hawkins. And this is for round 1. So let's start the first match. Chatty Stick and Thumb Dolmayan versus Cold Call and Little Z. Alright, here we go. And so on the left we have Cold Call versus Thumb Dolmayan, and on the right is Little Z versus Chatty Stick. And both teams will be looking for that stagger that they need to win, especially Little Z, as he's facing a more advanced and well-built AC. However, Cold Call on the left versus Thumb Dolmayan is not having any trouble at all. However, Little Z looks like he's having a little bit of trouble trying to find that right shot to get a little advantage on Chatty Stick. Chatty Stick, or not Chatty Stick. Little Z on low health might be ending soon on his end. Over there on the right, Thumb Dolmayan almost down for the count as well. Oh, Little Z has fallen, and now Thumb Dolmayan has fallen. So now it's time to discuss how advancement works in this tournament. If both teammates have to win for the team to move forward. However, if one falls and then another one from the other team falls, then the two winners battle it out between each other. Winner of that match moves forward. So next up is Cold Call versus Chatty Stick. As Cold Call and Chatty Sticks were the winners on their teams. So here we go. already that stagger bar built way up there. Chatty Stick just barely avoids the missiles, but still gets staggered in the long run. Cold Call's just keeping himself in the air as long as possible. That's where he's most maneuverable in. Oh, Chatty Stick gets the stagger on Cold Call, but he's not doing that much damage to Cold Call at all. And this might be the end of Chatty Stick. And there it is. Cold Call and Little Z move forward to the quarterfinals.
Target destroyed.
So let's look at the bracket. Alright, looking at the bracket, you can see Cold Call and Lil Z have the win as a best 2 out of 3 record. Up next is V7 Swinburne and Ring Freddy versus Coral Ghost and the Legionnaire. And I do want to look at the Legionnaire, the Coral Ghost and Legionnaire's ACs a second before their fight. So we get to have an idea of what they look like. Alright, looking at Coral Ghost, looks like Coral Ghost will be running mainly Coral weapons. It's got the Coral Rifle, the dual Coral missiles, and the Coral Oscillator. And it looks like it's just built to be more of a tank than anything. And a strategy we've seen from it lately, unofficially, is that it uses those dual missiles to drop nukes on its opponents. So be on the lookout for that during its match. So let's look at the Legionnaire. Alright, looking at the Legionnaire now, looks like it too is also built like a tank. It's got the shotgun and the dual stun gun, so it can stun its enemy easier. But I don't think that's its strategy. I think it uses that laser lance on its arm there to charge at the enemy, then finish off its stagger bar with the shotgun, and then use the stun guns to deliver the massive amounts of damage. So we'll see if that is the case in the match. So up next is Coral Ghost and the Legionnaire versus V7 Swinburne and Ring Freddy. Alright, Coral Ghost versus V7 Swinburne on the left-hand side. Legionnaire versus Ring Freddy on the right-hand side. And I was correct that the Legionnaire does charge with the lance at the beginning to build up stagger and finish it off with the shotgun and use the stun guns to deliver major damage. On the left-hand side, a few seconds ago, Coral Ghost dropped a nuke. Looks like he's readying another nuke. And it's launched. Here it comes. And boom! V7 Swinburne and Ring Freddy are both down.
Destroyed.
Which means Coral Ghost and the Legionnaire are moving forward. So let's look at the bracket. Alright, Coral Ghost and the Legionnaire, as you can see, are 2-0 moving forward. So up next is V4 Rusty and Gun 3 Huahai versus V3 O'Keefe and Chartreuse. Alright, we have V4 Rusty versus Chartreuse on the left, and on the right is Gun 3 Huahai versus V3 O'Keefe. So let's see how they do. I can't tell, but it looks like Gun 3 Huahai is struggling to get some hits. Oh, there's a shield deployed by O'Keefe, and a miss from by assault armor from Huahai on the right. Another miss of assault armor from V4 Rusty, this time on the left. It looks like Rusty's opting not to deploy his laser slicer. unless he is absolutely sure that he'll get a hit on it. And there's the laser slicer, and Chartreuse is destroyed. On the right, it looks like O'Keefe is still going strong, but is about to die. Oh, and he is down. Both B4 Rusty and Wu Huahai have eliminated B3 O'Keefe and Chartreuse, and they'll move on. So let's look at the bracket. Alright, looking at the bracket, V4 Rusty and Gun 3 Huahai are 2-0, moving forward to the quarterfinals. Up next, Cinder Carla and Gun 4 Volta versus Index Dunham and V8 Pater. Alright, we got Gun 4 Volta versus V8 Pater on the left, and on the right is Cinder Carla versus Index Dunham. I honestly kind of feel bad for Index Dunham because he's going up against a rank B AC, I want to say, and he's in rank F, and he's immediately staggered by Cinder Carla. Cinder Carla misses with assault armor. There's a lot of that going around today. V8 Pater misses with his melee on the left, but on the right, Cinder Carla staggers Index Dunham again. Oh, and Cinder Carla's match is already over. Cinder Carla wins against Index Dunham. So on the left is just Gun 3 Volta, or not Gun 3 Volta, Gun 4 Volta versus V8 Pater. And looks like it is still a battle and could be anyone's game still. I have no idea who is going to come out on top. Will it be Volta or will it be Pater? Let's see. Getting a little bit intense there. Shots are now being exchanged back and forth. Both ACs on low health. V8 Gun 4 Volta needs that stagger. Actually, both ACs are looking for another stagger so they can get some easy shots in on the enemy. V8 Pater deploys terminal armor to save himself for a little bit and goes down. Gun 4 Volta wins against V8 Pater. So let's look at the bracket. Alright. Looking back at the bracket, Cinder Carla and Gun 4 Volta are 2-0, moving forward to the quarterfinals. Up next, Gun 2 Nile and V6 Maeterlinck versus King and Nozak. Alright, we got King on the left going up against G2 Nile, and Nozak on the right going up against V6 Maeterlinck. See how they do. Looks like King's charging up his one of his back weapons to deliver a big blow to Gun 2 Nile. Nozak on the right, just whittling down V6 Maeterlinck, but very quickly. I'm surprised on how fast V6 Maeterlinck is going down. V6 Maeterlinck below half health already, and King versus Gun 2 Nile on the left just delivered his big blow. Gun 2 Nile below half health now. Both of their enemies are at low health. V6 Maeterlinck has just been destroyed along with Gun 2 Nile, which means both King and Nozak are moving forward. Alright, looking back at the bracket. Gun 2 Nile and Maeterlinck are eliminated. King and Nozak moving forward with a 2-0 from their first match. Up next, Handler Walter and Ayer versus Sula and Gun 6 Red.
Walter, let that AC.
Alright, we have Sula versus Handler Walter on the left and Gun 6 Red versus Ayer on the right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, prepare for a very I don't know what to call it. A very fast match, possibly. Looks like Gun 6 Red has already staggered Air. Sula is giving Handler Walter a run for his money a little bit. Sula might be able to beat Handler Walter, but still it's too soon to call. Gun 6 Red versus Air, and looks like Air still has that shield up. Oh, and his shield is down, and he is getting some good shots in on Air. Air misses the melee. I'm mainly watching that Gun 6 Red fight versus Air because that one's gonna be high intensity, and he's trying everything he can to stay in the fight. Sula still has Handler Walter out on a run for his money, and Handler Walter looks like he's almost out. And Handler Walter has fallen. Sula wins against Handler Walter, so that's the first victory for Sula and Gun 6 Red. So now the only match still going on is Gun 6 Red versus Sula. And Air tries to ram into Gun 6 Red, but he dodges by going under it. Air with a nice melee there. Loss of Gun 6 Red has penetrated the shield of Air has again. Looks like that shield is back up now. Gun 6 Red having a terrible time with that shield that Air has. Charged attack from Air, and then followed by another charged attack. It's possible that both missed. I didn't see any connection with those two charged attacks. Air tries to ram it, does ram into Gun 6 Red again. Gun 6 Red takes down the shield again. Air is now at half health. However, Gun 6 Red's now on low health through all that, with no repair kits remaining. He used up all his repair kits getting through the shields that Air can put up around herself. Air with another charged attack, but a Coral Beam. Looks like Gun 6 Red might be out of ammo in his rifle. No, not yet. He still has ammo. I thought he was out of ammo. Now he's out of ammo. I have a feeling that this match will be over very, very soon. And Gun 6 Red is down. So now it's going to be Sula versus Air coming out right now.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alright, we're back. Sula versus Air. Trying to, whoever wins in this fight moves forward into the quarterfinals for a chance at the title. That pulse weapon that Sula has just melting Air's shield. Air's shield already down faster than Gun 6 Red could take it down. A little bit of damage to Air after that shield went down. And now the shield is back up. Now Sula's shifting his focus back to taking down that shield again. The shield is down again, and Air again takes a little bit more damage. Air at 75% health, it looks like. Now a little bit under 75% health, closer to 50, closer to half health now. The shield has gone back up, and again, Sula switches his focus to taking down that shield. Sula heals, has 2 repair kits remaining.
I realize what you are.
Sula, Air at half health now, faster than Gun 6 Red. Got Air down to half health. Oh. Air tries to ram Sula, but Sula dodges it by jumping over the attack. Dodges the second charged attack that comes right after that attack. Looks like Air has decided not to redeploy her shield, and is just going for as much damage as possible now. But will it be enough to win Air the victory now? Ooh, Sula down to almost no health remaining, but bounces back up with a repair kit. Air dodges his bazooka or grenade launcher. Both ACs stagger each other.
50%.
Sula has 1 repair kit remaining. Staggers Air as well. Sula at low health again. Now Sula is out of repair kits. Now whoever gets the other down to 0 hit points left wins the match. And it is close. But I believe Sula will be getting it. Sula at low health. All he needs is 1 more hit on Air. And there it is. It was almost that was almost game over for Sula, but Sula was able to get a point-blank shot in at Air from his bazooka. So now Sula and Gun 6 Red move forward to the quarterfinals. So let's take a look at the bracket. Alright, so looking back at the bracket, Sula and Gun 6 Red move forward with a 2-1 match ratio from their first fight against Handler, Walter, and Ayer. Up next is Honest Brute and Invincible Rummy versus Middle Flatwell and V2 Snail, and I feel bad for them. Okay, and here we go. Middle Flatwell and V2 Snail versus Honest Brute and Invincible Rummy. Middle Flatwell's on the left, V2 Snail on the right. I'm going to be looking at V2 Snail's fight first. But it looks like V2 Snail might already be done. Yep, V2 Snail is already done. Middle Flatwell struggling to land a solid hit on Invincible Rummy, as Invincible Rummy is a small target for an AC, but he's also the weakest one. Middle Flatwell deploys pulse protection, thinking it's assault armor, but it's not. But it was a good try, a valiant try to stagger Invincible Rummy. Middle Flatwell now just relying on Invincible Rummy to charge at him so he can get a solid hit on Invincible Rummy. And there we go. Invincible Rummy is down. So let's look at
destroyed.
the bracket. Alright, looking at the bracket. Gun 1 Michigan, or not Gun 1 Michigan. Middle Flatwell and V2 Snail move forward to the quarterfinals with a 2-0 result. 2-0 win record from their first match. Up next, Gun 1 Michigan and V1 Freud versus Roku Monson and V5 Hawkins. Alright, up next, Gun 1 Michigan and V1 Freud versus Roku Monson and V5 Hawkins. V5 Hawkins versus V1 Freud on the left, and Roku Monson versus Gun 1 Michigan on the right. V5 Hawkins has V1 Freud going on a run for his money. Proving to be quite a challenge for V5 Hawkins. Roku Monson trying to get that stagger bar built up so he can get a good shot on Gun 1 Michigan, but Gun 1 Michigan just will not stagger. There's the stagger, but he doesn't get as much damage in as he would like to. Looks like V5 Hawkins' match is already over. I didn't even see how it ended. I was so focused on the other on this match. And now Roku Monson is down, which means V5 Hawkins will be facing Gun 1 Michigan right now. So here we go. V5 Hawkins versus Gun 1 Michigan. V5 Hawkins immediately staggered and then kicked by Gun 1 Michigan. There's this his melee. Misses with the melee as Gun 1 Michigan jumps over it. Missiles flying everywhere, and just like with V1 Freud, ends Gun 1 Michigan as well with his melee attack. So let's look at the bracket. Alright, looking back at the bracket for the last time this video, everyone, Gun 1 Michigan and V1 Freud have lost and are now eliminated by Roku Monson and V5 Hawkins. And in the next one, we're going to be doing the quarterfinals and quite possibly the semifinals and the finals. So up next in the quarterfinals is Cold Call and Little ZE versus Coral Ghost and the Legionnaire. Then it's V4 Rusty and Gun 3 Wu Hua Hai versus Sindler Carla and Gun 4 Volta. Then it's King versus Nozak, Sula, or King and Nozak versus Sula and Gun 6 Red. And then ending the quarterfinals will be Middle Flatwell versus V2 Snail, Middle Flatwell and V2 Snail versus Roku Monson and V5 Hawkins. They're not fighting each other. The Middle Flatwell and Snail aren't fighting each other. It's just because my brain is goofing up. But that's gonna be in the quarterfinals. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when future videos go live. And I'll see you all in the next one. And this is Forge, signing out. See you later.